So what is going on out there, peeps? All right, so I had a good conversation last night with a group of people, and I asked an interesting question because if I go around on the internet looking up what is NESARA GESARA, there are a lot of videos out there. Some of them explaining and going over the line items from the NESARA GESARA list. Some of them having nothing to do whatsoever with NESARA GESARA, which just blows my mind. So I asked a good question, and I'm going to pose the question to you and get some feedback. Hey, folks, just a quick reminder that back in 2008 and 9, a lot of people lost all of their retirement savings in their 401ks and IRAs because they did not own gold and silver. Yeah, that's right. Gold and silver protects you from a market crash. So do yourself a favor, protect your retirement by purchasing gold and silver. You can go to moneymetals.com, reach out to them, and they will help you set yourself up to protect you and your family from having to start all over from scratch. If you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they will send along with your order a free half ounce of silver. So folks, do yourself a favor, head on over to moneymetals.com and protect you and your family from a market crash, as well as inflation. And now is that time to start buying gold and silver, so reach on over to our friends at Money Metals Exchange. Do it now while it's this cheap, that's for sure, because metal prices are on the move once again. The link is down below in the description. For those of you looking for my address, there it is right here. And you guys know I have this alternative website. I encourage you guys to go check it out. There's going to be some new material that's being recorded at the present moment, a lot of it, and we're going to be putting it on there. I think you'll be interested in. Okay, so here's my thing. When I covered NESARA GESARA, when I first got into it, there was all these weird wackadoo stories, space aliens and guns to presidents' heads and all this other crap. And I thought, man, this doesn't seem realistic until I found this little bad boy right here, which is a list of items that seem more realistic than anything else that's out there. Seriously. Now, I've created videos going down each of these items, and people are saying, hey, can you do an updated version of those because maybe the news has changed? And I agree, because I found articles on student loans that are recent, and you guys know I just released that video yesterday. But people say they want NESARA GESARA news, and I was like, what is NESARA GESARA news? To me, NESARA GESARA news or anything covering these particular items on the list. Well, what else would there be? Or so I thought. So take a look at this. If you go to YouTube, you put in there NESARA GESARA, there's all these things that have nothing to do whatsoever of NESARA GESARA. The cancellation of NESARA GESARA, like these people know. They don't know. There's no date. There's no nothing. Okay? I like how these people are just insinuating that they know for sure. Like they got some intel. And a lot of people believe that. They're like, well, how do you know? Maybe they do have intel. Yeah, okay, well, if you insist. But anyways, it just goes on. I've watched a handful of these particular videos, and all it is people just going through there and living through fantasism and or escapism, in which they're just talking about all the latest and the greatest gossip out there on YouTube. They slapped the NESARA GESARA on there, and then that's it. It's like, oh, are you serious? That's what people are watching. That's what people like. I would have thought it would be anything and everything pertaining to the particular list. Because isn't that what you want to know about? The items on the list, when it's going to happen, anything like that. You see all these different things here, XRP, debt cancellation. There is some news on debt cancellation I did a while back. But all these are, what has happened is somehow, some way, somewhere along the line, the global currency reset subject, along with NESARA GESARA, and the QAnon movement all merged into one big happy family. And so you get all these stories, and they somehow tie them into NESARA GESARA or the Great Reset, or I shouldn't say the Great Reset, but the global currency reset, which some of these they slightly have something to do with one another. But again, they were all separate subjects that people were hot on, and now they've managed to merge together, which is really crazy. So my question to you is this what you guys like? Is that what it is? You want to merge the 17th letter movement with NESARA, GESARA, and the global currency reset? Is that what you guys are looking for? Because trust me, there's a ton of news that these people are missing. And I mean really good news that you should be familiar with. Also notice that a lot of these people are regurgitating each other's information, which is fine. I get it. It should be shared. It should be talked about. So that's my question to you. Is that what you guys are looking for? Is that you guys just want news? So I guess that's my question to you. Is that what you guys want? Is you want all of it merged together? The 17th letter movement along with the global currency reset, as well as any news on the NESARA, GESARA? Is that what you guys are looking for? Because it looks like that's what people are researching and reading or hearing about. A lot of this is just a mixture of the three subjects. So in the group, a good portion of them said, no, keep them separate. But the other portion said, no, we want to hear about all of it. Okay, we could do that. Why don't you just go through and disseminate between what you want and disregard the rest? Because there is a plethora of videos out there talking about NESARA, GESARA. I mean, I just reposted mine because a lot of people are saying, yeah, a lot of the group wasn't there. When I did, they only had about 30,000 subscribers. So I'm twice that now, so reposting them, no big deal. If you guys wanted to watch them, for those of you who had already seen them, you know, you could just watch it again. Did I hear this right? Did Graham lose $1 million? I think that's one of his videos. Ouch. I'm not sure what happened, but he seems awfully depressed in his pictures lately. I'm just curious if you guys know who he is. So there are lists, there are stories, and there are rumors, and then there's just fantasy out there, okay? But it's important that a lot of the information get covered. There really is. My concern is I just don't like all the fantasism, making up stuff. That's not necessary. There's enough news out there that should be covered. In my opinion, that's important. So combining the 17th letter movement to NESARA, GESARA, along with a global currency reset appears to be the hot topic. We could do that. Not a problem whatsoever. But again, I was just sticking to these different points. So I'll start doing research and see if there's anything really new and exciting that's changed. I did in the video last night. I asked this question. I'll ask this question again. Does it make a difference who it is that implements NESARA, GESARA? I mean, seriously, does it have to be 45? Or could Biden do it? Does it make a difference as long as it's done? I'm not saying Biden's going to do it. I never said that. But what I'm saying is, you know, he's doing a lot of student loan debt relief. He's kind of reluctant in some areas, but I think it's just he wants to give you guys a bone. Just throw out some debt relief just so he could look good, especially with midterms coming up, with all kinds of promises that are going to be made that they won't keep. Because the overall goal of the Great Reset is to crash everything, keep you suffering, starving. That's the real goal. Literally starving. Hundreds of ships now off the east and west coast just sitting there with the RONA as an excuse for why they're not being moved. They keep saying there's no trucks to take them off the thing, but you got the truckers union, I think it is, out there saying, what are you talking about? Just, we're ready. So they're not being honest about what's going on with the shipments that are out there. That's something to think about. Maybe that's the kind of news that we should talk about. At one time, I was trying to do a comparison of what's going on with the Great Reset so that people didn't mix it up with NESARA, GESARA, because they're two the similar movements, but just be very careful about them. So it looks to me like, look, if we cover NESARA, GESARA, the Great Reset, as well as the 17th letter movement, which there's not a whole lot really to say about that anymore, along with the global currency reset, maybe that's the kind of news you guys want to hear all about. So we'll go ahead and bring it to you. But anyways, leave a comment. I'm curious about your guys' input on all of it and what it is that you guys like to hear about. Are you out there listening to these guys' stories? I actually went on there and listened to one of the more popular ones, and I'm not even kidding. For 45 minutes, I suffered through it, and he didn't say a damn thing other than laugh, giggled, talked about, is this what you guys want? Is this what you're looking for? Threw some curse words in there, repeated himself, showed a book or two, and I was like, what is the news? What is the latest and the greatest? I'm missing something here. So again, I'm not trying to compare, but I'm trying to figure out what part of this am I missing. So I listened to a few videos, and all it was to me was NESARA, GESARA movement, again, merged in with the 17th letter movement with some Great Reset news, and global currency reset news, and some crypto news every now and then. So, anyways, you guys leave a comment below because I'm curious. What is to you? What is NESARA GESARA? What are you guys looking for as far as news on NESARA GESARA? What topics in there are you looking for? Okay. All right. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment. Anyways, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later. I'm out.